Welcome to Octane Mobile Gaming. Welcome once again to the channel. I am Octane, your host, and today we're going to take a look at the new deck that is out for the final event of the season. And this ultimate form is called Brothers in Arms. It's got the Sumerian team to it. You've got Inkidu and you have got Gilgamesh. And this ultimate form will create 14 Power Gem 7s and increase Fire Commander's damage 420%, and it does it over 3 turns. It's got a 3-turn cooldown, so every single turn this ultimate form will give you 14 Fire Power Gems and 120% damage increase. Quite nice. It's got 2 passive on board. The first one will convert all Earth Gems into Fire Gems. So at the start of each turn, it will convert all Earth Gems into Fire Gems. So it doesn't matter if it's, I think it converts Power Gems as well, as long as they are Earth. We can see that there's something coming because this is the second deck I've looked at over the past 3 weeks that's got that passive on it that converts gems of another affinity into its own affinity. So I think there is something actually coming down the pipeline where these skills will become quite useful. The next passive, it becomes immune to enemy attack for, I think it's for one turn, and it happens on every 5th turn. So you won't get this on turn 0. It's after 5 turns, then this passive will kick in. So it's got a 5-turn cooldown. It's like decks that we've seen before a long time ago where the battle skill becomes active after 5-turn cooldown. So this passive is, can't see it really being very useful now. Probably will be useful in the future, but as it stands, it's not very useful. Just like this first passive where it converts Earth Gems into Fire Gems. Can't see it being very useful right now, but however, might be useful later on in the future. But the battle skill is really nice. You will get 14 Power Gems over 3 turns and a 120% damage increase. That will do very nicely on the wave fights. Very nicely this will work on the wave fights. So this week ultimate form has got the ability to dispel 2 debuffs. It dispels blind and it dispels chaos. That's quite nice. That's in the news link for this week, where it's the first ultimate form that we've got that actually dispels 2 debuffs rather than 1. So that is quite nice, having one card that is able to dispel 2 debuff. I mean, chaos is a quite annoying debuff. Blind is not too bad, but it's always nice to be able to dispel blind. So having one card that can dispel both debuff is really nice. Really like that new touch to the cards, to this ultimate form this week. And we are going to take a look at the Master Collection card. So the Master Collection card for this week is Gilgamesh, and this Master Collection card increases your Fire Commander damage by 120% as well, and this lasts for 3 turns. So along with your ultimate form and your Master Collection card, you've got 240%, and if you're able to get a second or a third copy of the Master Collection card, that is quite a decent amount of damage increase. However, your Master Collection card doesn't create any Power Gems. It only gives you a boost, and after 5 turns it gives you an immunity to damage. So the Master Collection card for this week, I believe 1 copy is okay. You don't need more than 1 copy. 2 copy is a bit counterproductive because you need to strike the balance between the number of Power Gems you're able to create and the amount of damage boost you've got as well. And if you've got a card that's not creating any Power Gems and it gives you 120% boost, you only need one copy of a card like that on your deck anyway. This one dispels blind. If you've got the ultimate form, you don't really need a second card that's going to dispel blind. I mean, it does increase the chance of dispelling blind, but as we know, when you're going up against the ultimate bosses, their ability to hit you with debuff is, as they increase in level, it increases as well. Okay, so that is your Master Collection card, which I think is okay but not brilliant. The next card up is Inkidu, and Inkidu is the one that's going to generate your 14 power gem 7s. And this one has got a 3-turn cooldown, but it doesn't create 14 power gems over 3 turns. So I'm wondering if the first half of the battle skill for the ultimate form actually lasts for 3 turns, or is it just the second half that increases your ability to increase your damage by 120%. We'll see anyway. If I get something from the vault, I'll be able to see what it actually does. So at the start of each turn, it converts all earth gems into fire gems. That one is not pretty useful. Now, this week the boss will be running counter. So counter is a buff for the boss. That one will kill you. And the ultimate bosses more than likely are going to have counter, blind, and chaos. Quite a combination. So that is your ultra rare. And the ultra rare is okay. I don't think the ultra rare is quite brilliant. And the Master Collection card is okay. I don't think the Master Collection card is brilliant. Which one, if you could get one out of the two, would you get? It's totally up to you. It's always nice to have a damage increase, but it's also nice to have a card that's able to create quite a decent amount of power gems. So I think the ultimate form is always going to be your best bet. Master Collection card, ultra rare. I think this week they've balanced out themselves. The main card for this week, your main hero for this week is Avatar GILGAMESH, and this one increases self damage by 60% for 3 turns. It resists 50% of damage taken from enemy attack every 6 turns. So this one is absolute garbage. Doesn't create any power gems. It only increases self attack. So for me, the main card is absolute rubbish. Wild Warrior, this creates 12 fire gems, and once per turn when you gem crush, it heals for 3000% of your recovery. All in all, I think the deck for this week is not really that brilliant. Apart from the ultimate form being able to dispel 2 debuff, create 14 power gems, and increase your damage by 120%, everything else is absolute garbage. And I think the ultimate form is the only one worthwhile having for this week. So it's not a brilliant deck, it's an okay deck. Should you go deep for it? It's totally up to you. Is it one you should go chasing after? I wouldn't go chasing after this one. But if you've got the coins and you're looking for something to go for, it is always wise to look into your collection, see what you're lacking, see what you need, and go for something that's gonna enable your collection to be much stronger. So I'm gonna go into the vault. I'm gonna see exactly what I'm able to get. I will be extremely happy if I get the Ultra of the Master Collection card, because I wouldn't mind getting the ultimate form. Okay, so far absolute garbage, absolute and utter garbage so far. Let's see, I'm able to go, I think, 3 tiers of the vault. Let's see how I get on the next 2. A gold card, Master Collection or Ultra will be nice. Nothing so far. Wild Warrior, and then it's just utter and absolute garbage. So let's go in for my third spin, third and final spin. I don't think I have enough to go up to the 4th tier. So let's see what I get. Gold card up first. This is a relic. Always a relic. So whenever you see the relic comes up first, you ain't gonna get anything else. So the relic is up first. Let's see what else we actually get. Another gold card and another relic. Thank you very much. 2 relics. And that's the soul. And nothing else but garbage. So that's it. 2 relics. Thank you very much. 2 relics. So that's it. No gold card for me this week either. I'm not able to go up to the 4th tier. And I can't craft. I can craft 1 of the 2 cards. Can't craft both of them. But if I do get a few more coins from the retro vaults, I should be able to craft both Master Collection or Ultra Rare, but I'll see how that one goes. So let's go into my collection and see what I've got for this week. So for, say, the main deck to fight the solo bosses and guild bosses, you could use something like this. I'll be running, sorry for the sound of my voice, I've got a really nasty cold, which is really bugging me, so I sound a bit different, sorry. Exalted Champion will be the ultimate form. That's got the killer skill, and this one will create 18 firepower gem 5s over 3 turns at a rate of 6 per turn, increasing all damage dealt by fire commander by 100% for 3 turns. So that one is quite nice. It's good for the wave fights. Does give you a bit of a damage increase, and whenever you attack by an enemy, it creates 1 firepower gem 5. It increases maximum HP by 20% as well. So Exalted Champion is a nice ultimate form. Culinary Kings is not a commander card, but it's a really useful utility card. This one will create 6 power gem 6s, then it will upgrade all firepower gems on the board to be 2 rank higher. We have got a commander ultimate form that does the same thing. Combining both will give you a bit more bang for your buck. This one creates 3 firepower gems 5s at the start of each turn. So this one is also good for the wave fights as well, if you want to use it for the wave fights. If 7 or more fire gem 6s or higher on the board, it delays the enemy turn count by 1. This one has got a 5 turn cool down. This one dispels chaos, so it's quite good or quite nice to have it on your deck. So this one will help you dispel chaos as well. The one that I just mentioned is Heretic Hunters, and Heretic Hunters does almost the same thing like Culinary Kings. It will convert all non-firepower gems to firepower gems and upgrade all firepower gems by 2 rank. Then it will create 14 firepower gem 7s and increase self damage by 275%. So this is a really good utility card. Not only does it create a wonderful amount of power gems, it upgrades all power gems by 2 rank, and it does increase self damage by 275%. So it's gonna be one of your main damage dealer, especially if you've got a 3 pink star and you are able to awaken it several times. It will be quite useful. This one doesn't dispel anything that we've got this week. It dispels judgment. The bosses are not running judgment, they're running counter, they're running blind, and they are running chaos. So Exalted Champion dispels flatline, which is not quite useful. This one is Immolating Fae. This one also will create 18 power gems over 3 turns. It will dispel 1 buff from the enemy, which is quite useful. The enemy is running counter. Counter is a buff for the boss, so it will dispel counter. Then it will cleanse one debuff from each fire commander on the team, and it will increase damage. It will increase damage of each fire commander on the team by 50%. So you got 50% coming from Immolating Fae, 100% coming from Exalted Champion, and then you've got Heretic Hunter, which increases its self attack by 275%. That is a decent amount of damage increase that you've got. Altian New Guards, I really like this card. This one creates 6 power gems, 6s now and at the start of the next 2 turns. It increases fire command damage by 80%. You've got a bit more damage coming from this one as well. It massively increased the drop rate of fire gems for 3 turns. This one is quite nice. Really nice because it's got the ability, once per turn, instead of dying, to revive your deck and create 8 fire power gem 6s. Then when you die again, it's got another revive that is called Last Stand. And Last Stand, once per battle, instead of dying, you will survive and heal for 50% of maximum HP. Then it will increase fire commander damage by an additional 20% for 21 turns. Last Stand stack with normal revive skill and happens afterwards. So we all should know how those two work. You get Phoenix Step first and then you get Last Stand after. So this is a quite nice one to have on your deck, especially going up against the ultimate bosses. It will work really, really magnificent. So Immolating Fae, Altian New Guard, Exalted Champion, Heretic Hunter. Not so much Culinary Kings. You could, if you haven't got Culinary Kings but you have got Heretic Hunter, Heretic Hunter will do the same thing as Culinary Kings. Anyway, I didn't really need to put Culinary Kings on it, but I thought it's a nice utility card. Some useful cards for this week. Useful cards for this week. Master Chef, if you haven't got your Culinary Kings. So Master Chef is from the same deck as Culinary Kings. Waste Warriors. Waste Warriors is a Slayer card, but it does create a nice amount of power gems. It creates 14 power gems. Again, the bonus stat buff. So if you're looking for something to create a bit more power gems, you could add this card in, even though it's a Slayer card. It's just a power gem generator. Judah Alliance. Judah Alliance is also a Slayer card. This one will delay all enemies' attack timer by 1 turn and increase self-attack by 100%. Blah, 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 blah. We're not really interested in that. What we're interested in is its ability to create 8 fire power gem 7s at the start of each turn. So if you're looking for something to create power gems for your deck in the wave fights, this is something that you could add as a power gem generator. It will give you 8 power gem 7s at the start of every single turn. So it's something that you could add to your deck for your wave fights. Next one, Circuit Break Illyria. Now, Circuit Break Illyria is a really, really decent card. It can be a real powerhouse, especially if you add it to a deck that your main damage dealers are going to be arcane killers. Now, this one will give your arcane killers quite a bang for their buck. It will increase arcane killers attack by 200%, plus an additional 10% per 20 arcane killer intensity, up to a maximum of 565. But if you have 8 power gem 1s or higher on the board, it will multiply that 565 by 10. So you will end up getting 5,650% attack increase to your arcane killers. The only downfall to this card is that it's got a 6-turn cool down. So it's only after every 6 turn you're able to do that massive attack. Apart from that, it's a really decent power booster. It boosts your attack output. Those are just some of the cards that I've got for you this week. Tomorrow I'll try and make possible deck combination. I will try the 500 gem vault as well to see if I can get a master collection or ultra rare. If I do, I'll craft the second one. We'll have a lot of coins remaining, but that's neither here nor there. If I can get the ultimate form, I'll craft the ultimate form and see how we get on. Okay, so that's it from me today for your deck release. Join me tomorrow for possible deck combination. We take a look at these decks in action, and then we'll take a look at some of the relics that we are able to use on the deck. So thanks for watching, thanks for your support, thanks for subscribing, thanks for your comment. Thank you for everybody who greeted me so warmly. Welcome back, Octane. Love you all. Until next video, bye for now.